So as I was talking about the lower border, so lower border is basically formed by your right ventricle, right, and your left ventricle. And as I already told you, just somewhat medial to your apex, you have your notch. That notch is incisura apicis cordis, right? This is the notch. This is the notch. The notch is important. Why? Because it lodges your left anterior interventricular branch of the left coronary artery, right? So this is your notch. Now, one thing I forgot to mention in the sternocostal surface is that the surface is related on the right side to the right lung and the right pleura. But on the left side, you have your left lung and left pleura, but it has a cardiac notch in the left lung. So, some part of the sternocostal surface, this much part, is not covered by the pleura, right, and the lung. And as you already know, that on percussion, right, as the lung is made up of air, you will not have a dull character. You will have a crepitus sound type, not a crepitus, but a type of air level you will find, right? But over here you won't be find the air level. You will find a dullness. So this area is known as your area of superficial cardiac dullness, where the lung is not covering your heart. This area is known as the cardiac dullness. Okay. Fine. So this was about the inferior border. So right border I already told you formed by superior inferior vena cava and the sulcus terminalis is important. The left border is formed by your this left border is formed by your left ventricle, right? Okay, and the inferior border. So these are the borders of the heart. Now the anatomical position of the heart. So how do you hold the heart? Heart you always held in your left hand. Between the in the palm, on the palm, as I already told you, the diaphragmatic surface will come on the palm. The apex, this apex directed forwards, downwards and to the left. And between your thumb and your first finger, you will hold the heart. So this is the anatomical position of the heart. Okay. Now talking about the grooves and the interatrial and the AV grooves, right, which are the separating your all the ventricles and the atrium. So the first groove is your interatrial groove. Interatrial groove will be separating your right and the left atrium. It will be somewhat over here, just beneath your aorta. It will not be, you will not be able to identify it. It is separating your right and your left, what we say, your atrium, right? Now the main grooves is the AV groove and the interventricular groove. So the interventricular groove, there are two, anterior one and the posterior one, right? So this one, see this one. This part is your anterior interventricular groove, extending till the incisura apicis cordis. So this is your anterior interventricular groove, and this groove will be lodging which artery? The anterior interventricular branch of the left coronary artery, right? So this is your left anterior interventricular branch of the left coronary artery in the groove. This groove is nothing but your inside. If you trace it in the interior of the heart, it is your interventricular septum, right? So this is a groove in the exterior, and in the interior, if you trace it, it is your septum, interventricular septum. Same way, continuing on the diaphragmatic surface. So this is my diaphragmatic surface, right? From the incisura, right? This one, see, like this. This is my posterior interventricular groove. This is my posterior interventricular groove. Okay. Now the AV grooves. So AV grooves again are two, anterior and posterior. Anterior will be separating your anterior part of atrium and ventricles, and posterior will be separating your posterior part of atrium and ventricles, right? So anterior one is again divided into two. Why it is divided into two? Because of the following reason. See, it is divided into two because you have your this. See, this is your pulmonary trunk. See, this is your pulmonary trunk arising from the right ventricle, right? See, this one. This one is your pulmonary trunk, right? I already told you this, right? So this is your pulmonary trunk, which is see, like this, right? So this groove, AV groove, atrioventricular groove, will be divided into right part and the left part. Okay. So this is my right atrioventricular groove. This is my atrium, right atrium, and this is my right ventricle. So this is my right atrioventricular groove. This right atrioventricular groove lodges the right coronary artery, right? And on the left side, see, this is my left auricle of the left atrium, right? And this is my left ventricle. So this is my left part of the anterior atrioventricular groove, right? And this groove will lodge the left coronary artery, right? Okay, fine. Now the posterior atrioventricular groove is very very important because it has certain structures in it. The most important structure being the coronary sinus. So this is my front of the heart, right? Now I am lifting my heart towards the diaphragmatic surface. This is my diaphragmatic surface and this is the base of the heart, right? So as we already discussed, right, the base is formed by the atrium and the diaphragmatic surface formed by the ventricle. So this whole part will be your atrioventricular groove, the posterior atrioventricular groove, right? Okay, fine. So this part is your atrioventricular groove. Okay, now this groove lodges what things? It lodges a coronary sinus. It is the main venous drainage of the heart. Apart from that, it lodges the left circumflex branch of the left coronary artery and the right coronary artery itself, and the anastomosis between the two, right? So this groove is very very important. Now what is the crux of the heart? So basically the meeting point of three things. See, this is the posterior interventricular groove, this is the atrioventricular groove, right? And this is the left atrium, this is my left atrium, this is my right atrium. So between the two you have your interatrial septum, right, or the interatrial groove. So this three grooves meeting point is known as the crux of the heart. So this is your crux of the heart. Crux is very very important. Just left to it, the right coronary artery gives your posterior interventricular branch, and at the crux you will also find the anastomosis between the right coronary and the left circumflex branch of the left coronary artery. So the crux is very very important.